There on the ground in Baikonur, a crowd of family and friends and NASA officials, as well as Roscosmos officials, are watching tonight's launch, less than a mile away from the Soyuz itself. T-minus 30 seconds and counting.
Dmitry, we have 24 seconds. Yes, Anton Nikolaevich, we're ready for the launch. Okay, I will stay with you and I will continue communicating with you. Okay, that's nice.
10 seconds.
Preliminary.
5 seconds.
Transitionally.
Engines at maximum thrust and liftoff of the Soyuz TMA-20 as Cady Coleman, Paolo Nespoli, and Dmitry Kondratyev head toward the International Space Station.
All the parameters of the control systems are within the norm. Okay, we copy.
The Soyuz lighting up the night sky there at the Baikonur Cosmodrome. It's a good pitch program according to flight controllers.
Functioning. Thrusters are stable.
The Soyuz is delivering 102 tons of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine. The first stage of the Soyuz measures 68 feet in length and 24 feet in diameter. It is burning liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds of the flight.
I think it's nominal on board. Pressure is normal. 60 seconds. Your pitch and roll are within the norm.
1 minute and 10 seconds into the flight, the velocity is at 1,100 miles per hour.
70 seconds, nominal flight. Dmitry, how's the G load? Increasing? Slowly increasing, yes.
You can hear the crew talking with the Russian ground controllers. They're reporting that the G-force is building up on them as the Soyuz continues to speed up. We're now at 1 minute and 37 seconds into the flight. Cady Coleman, Paolo Nespoli, and Dmitry Kondratyev now officially on their way toward the International Space Station. Once again, docking will take place on Friday, and of course we'll have live coverage here on NASA television.
$110 seconds. So does it? What?
1 minute 58 seconds into the flight, jettison of the 4 strap-on boosters will take place. These have completed their job and have dropped away. At an altitude of 28 statute miles, the Soyuz now traveling at about 3,350 miles an hour. There, a live view inside the Soyuz. Paolo Nespoli there on the right-hand side. Dmitry Kondratyev there in the middle seat. He is the commander of the spacecraft. And on the left-hand side, just out of view, is Cady Coleman.
Parameters of the launch vehicle are normal. Okay, copy. Everything is nominal on board. 150 seconds. All stages are functioning nominally. Have you noticed when you switched over to the second stage? Yes, a little bit bump and the change in the load. That's what we felt.
Now, almost 3 minutes into the flight, the visiting vehicle officer here inside Mission Control has confirmed that the launch shroud has been jettisoned. There is Cady Coleman on the left-hand side.
Issued.
She and her colleagues about to begin a 5 or 6 month trip to the International Space Station to join the in-progress Expedition 26.
180 seconds.
The Soyuz now traveling 4,700 miles an hour.
Jet, fighter jet. No.
The Soyuz's core stage is performing as expected. The core stage is about 56 feet in length, 13.5 feet in diameter, with a single engine that has 4 fuel chambers providing 96 tons of thrust for its 3 minutes and 28 seconds of operation.
On the shuttle, when you flew, was the load higher or lower? Well, I have experienced the loads inside the centrifuge many times. Okay, the stabilization is stable. Okay, copy. We see you. We see you.
Cady Coleman there waving to the camera, and everybody that's watching her and the rest of the crew head towards space. The ground team there talking with Cady about her experiences on board the space shuttle as she flew aboard Space Shuttle Columbia, and comparing it to the Soyuz flight that she is now undertaking.
260 seconds, the parameters are within the norm. We copy.
We're now 4 minutes and 40 seconds into the flight. Coming up here shortly, the core booster will burn out and separate at an altitude of 105 miles. The third stage will then ignite for the rest of the flight.
Third stage thruster activation. Copy.
We have confirmation that the second stage has separated.
The separation of the third stage. Yes, Anatoly Nikolaevich, we felt it.
The Soyuz is now being propelled by the single engine of the Soyuz's third stage. This engine is providing 30 tons of thrust and will burn for 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
Varyaga, send the command R1. Okay, we copy. 330 seconds. Third stage thruster is functioning in a stable manner. Okay, we copy. 340 seconds. All the parameters are within the norm. .350 seconds, nominal flight.
Now 6 minutes into the flight, Paolo, Nespoli, Dmitry, Kondratyev, and Cady Coleman are faring very well during today's launch. The systems on board the Soyuz are also performing well. The ground teams in Moscow and also here in Houston are continuing to monitor the flight.
The launch vehicle parameters are within the norm. Okay, copy. .390 seconds, nominal work. .400 seconds, stabilization is stable. Copy, we have interference.
Now 7 minutes and 20 seconds into the flight. Once again, the Soyuz is flying under the call sign of Varangian. It was selected by the commander, Dmitry Kondratyev. It is named for the Vikings who came across Eastern Europe back in the 9th century.
Nominal flight.
The velocity of the Soyuz now almost 13,500 miles an hour. Once the third stage delivers the Soyuz to orbit and the module is separated, a series of pre-programmed commands will be executed to prepare the Soyuz for orbital operations. These stored commands, called time-tagged commands, allow many of the Soyuz's systems to be automatically activated by onboard computers at precise times stored in those computers.
480 seconds. Control system parameters are within the norm. .490 seconds. The vehicle is stable. Okay, copy. Everything is nominal on board.